What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Derek D. Wildman, and I'm back doing another episode, excuse me, of my YouTube channel. And it's like you said, the road to breaking 2,000. As you know, on my last three videos, like you said, I'm coming out the pandemic, and I've been playing a lot of chess. I played three tournaments in the month of August. Three tournaments in the month of August. I pretty much played them back to back. As you can saw, I had wins. I posted against Fred Lar. Uh, excuse me, a win against Master Madness, and another win I posted against Richard Mosley. Today, I'm finna go over a game I played against National Master John Brooks. If you don't know who John Brooks is in Detroit, you've been living under a rock. John Brooks is one of the, probably the, I'll say this, from my knowledge, the greatest player to ever come out of Detroit. He's pretty much been one of the strongest players in Detroit for probably like the last 50 years. He's like a defensive wizard. He's like a blitz genius. He's famous for his cage match he played against Tom Murphy. And this is a game that me and him played at All the King's Men at a Ed Mandel action quad tournament on a Saturday. The time trial was game in 25 with a 5-second delay. This is after I defeated Manus. We got paired up in the second round. I had the white pieces. And I hope you enjoy this game. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. And like you said, I'm on my road to 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank everybody who subscribed and support the YouTube channel. I appreciate y'all so much. So let's get into the game. As you can see, I played pawn d4. A lot of people, if you know me from Elite Chess, chess.com, I've pretty much been an e4 player all my life, but recently I've been switching over to d4. And I'm gonna be honest, going over this game now, I don't know why did I play d4 against John, because John has pretty much been a d4 player all his life. So me playing against d4, me playing d4 against him probably didn't shock him. I probably would have gave him a better game playing e4, but let's go d4, knight f6. I played c4. He went e6. With e6 being played, this game, these lines can get transposed into a lot of things. I could play knight c3. We could get bishop b4, which would be a Nemezoid Indian. I could play g3, turn it to a Catalan. I mean, there's so many variations that could be played. I didn't want to play knight c3, bishop b4, so I played knight f3, hoping maybe, you know what I'm saying, we would get like a bishop b4, a Bogo Indian. I think I'd have been comfortable in that position against John. He played d5, so this is like now standard Queen's Gambit decline stuff. And I played cxd5, exd5. Okay, me playing cxd5, exd5. Looking back at it now, I went to this game playing soft, and actually my coach told me this. Uh, and what he told me is, if you're playing for a draw, which it do make sense, if you're playing for a draw, you should try to play for a win. Subconsciously, I went to this game after defeating Madison. I really wasn't trying to win this game. I was really trying to trade all the pieces off and get a draw. But me doing that, I was kind of playing lazy, and John caught me off guard with some sharp, accurate play towards the end. So CXD5, CXD5 on my behalf was probably a little timid. I probably should have played like knight c3, keep the tension up, try to go into some main lines. I developed knight c3. He plays bishop d6. Bishop d6 looks kind of weird. It looks weird in this position. So after bishop d6, I play bishop g5. c6 is played. So now it's kind of like a Slav slave position. I play e3, h6, and I play bishop f4. Just keeping the pressure and the pin on that diagonal. You know what I'm saying, on f6. Hopefully, probably like bishop d3, e4, queen c2, stuff like that being played. He played bishop g4. I played bishop e2, which was bishop e2 was soft. It was soft, in my opinion, looking back at it now. I probably should have continued my development with bishop d3, or maybe queen b3, uh, Queen B3. I think Queen B3 is better. Queen B3 is better, putting pressure on the B7 and B7 file. I mean, that's you see that a lot in Queen's Pawn play. And if he trades off, I have the bishop here and all that other stuff. Bishop B2 is very, very timid and passive on my behind. Bishop B2, knight D7, Bishop G3. This was a very, very soft move. And I want everybody who's like listening and watching. You never really want to move a piece twice, like you said. And Bishop G3 really has no plan. I moved my bishop off to H4 where it's kind of like tension, and I got the pin to Bishop G3, trying to trade the bishops off where I probably could have, like you said, Queen B3 or maybe A3. Oh, 1 second, maybe A3, B4. You know what I'm saying? A majority attack or Rook AC1, Knight A4, Knight C5. Bishop G3 was just soft. Like you said, in my mind, I was geeking excited and I just wanted to play for a draw and it ended up backfiring on me. And John took advantage of it. Queen E7, trade, I castle. Now, this position looks pretty boring setup, strategic Queen's Gambit pawn, structure E3, D4, C5. Maybe I should play like Rook C1, C5, all that other stuff. Uh, but I didn't. Maybe Knight D2, Rook C1, Knight B3, trying to go to the C5. Something like that. But I played this move 91, which was very, very soft. I thought it was a good move at first, putting the knight to D3, trying to go to C5. Like you said, just trading off Bishop B2, Queen E2, Rook E8, Knight D3, Knight E4, Rook C1. Uh, I was very, very, like you said, very, very confident that I was going to draw this game. Like you said, I was pretty much like on autopilot, and I could have probably played more aggressive, but I didn't. And like you said, it backfired on me again. Think about it. I don't even like this position for the simple fact that it's boring and it's not my style of play. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I'm saying that is for the players who watch this channel and subscribe to my channel, when you're playing a low rated player, like my coach told me, the best thing you can do is play for a win no matter what. Because if you're playing with a win, you're taking a chance that you could win the game and you might draw the game. But when you going in there knowing you're trying to draw the game subconsciously, you're not putting your best effort forward. And it's like it's pretty much like going into boxing and you know what I'm saying, just hugging and running around trying to avoid getting hit and you get knocked out because you're not on your best guard, not looking for your opponent's best shots. So like I said, I'm looking at now, I'm very, very disappointed. Rook XC1, Queen F6, trade, another trade, Knight C5. Now, even though Knight C5 I think is a good move, he took Rook XC5 in this position. I think I had a chance to make the game dynamic, and I didn't. So Queen E6, protecting the pawn, hitting A4, I mean A2, and I played Queen C4, but obviously looking back at it again, I don't think I should have played Queen C4 and traded the queens off. Maybe B3, maybe B4, pawn B4, maybe pawn B4. I think pawn B4 in this position is way more aggressive, trying to open up the C5 and leaving the queen, protecting the pawn on A2. But like you said, Queen C4 was soft, trade, Rook D8, Rook FC1. So now I'm in my head. I got this feeling like I'm going to like draw this game. Like we're Rook in games. I'm going to draw this. This is what I keep telling myself in the back of my head. Like I'm going to draw this game. There's nothing, in my opinion, that black can do because there's not a lot of fight in this game. Rook D5, Rook C5, Rook D8, B4. I think B4 was a good move. F5, King F1, King F7, A4 trying to break on B5, A6, King E2, G5, G3, King E6, Rook 1, C2, Rook A, B6, Rook C1. Like you said, now I'm just wasting moves. But John I'm thinking John is wasting moves, but really he's still fighting, trying to win the game, just repositioning his pieces. King e6, rook 1 c2, f4. This is where the game got tricky, and me being on autopilot, I played this position. From here, I played very, 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 very horrible, and Black took the initiative and won the game because, like you said, I was on autopilot. I played GX f4, which was losing. I probably could have played King d2, something like that, just not to mess with the pawn structure. You know what I'm saying? Keep the pawn structure closed in my behalf. But me still being autopilot, take. And now I'm in a predicament where I kind of panicked because I kind of had like a oh shit moment. And what I mean by that is I could have played like King D2. When I'm looking at it, I think I could have played King D2. It's King D2, FX E3, King D2, F King D2. Go back. King D2. Let me go back. I'm looking at King D2. I'm gonna put the engine on to help me. Okay, so right here the engine favors black. So GX F4, EX F4 was played by me, Rook X D4. And this is why, in my opinion, and I think Daim Shabazz told me this one time. You can get to damn near expert 2020 just off rook and pawns in games. And I pretty much played this rook in game very, very horrible. As you can see, the engine got white playing rook h5 going after the weak h6 pawn. But I played rook c4. Like you still playing soft chess, trying to trade off rooks. Rook c4, king f5. And this is where I panic. Now I have a weak pawn on f4, as you can see. John gonna use this e4 pawn to like block the king off. I play f3. I thought was a good move. Ex f3, king x f3, rook d3. I went king e2, which was, I think, a bonehead move. King f2 holds the position. I didn't see it. I panicked. And the reason, like you said, I panicked because I was on autopilot playing soft chess. And I should have been going in there trying to win the game from the beginning. And I would have, you know what I'm saying, probably saw this. So rook h3, rook d4, take king g4. And king g4, I play rook d7. Like you said, this is a complicated position. Cause like you said, even though the engine got it equal, I still felt like I was losing. So after rook d7, rook h2 check, king e3, h5. Uh he played h5. John played h5, and I actually lost this on time in this position because I really like uh butchered this game. I butchered this game. Like you said, this was game 25 and 5 delay. And like you said, I was playing so soft. And what I want y'all to do in this position for me is like leave y'all comments and tell me what do y'all think how I should have played this in game. Because obviously, like you said, I butchered it. I lost on time. You know what I'm saying? Give me lines and variations. And hey, I'm gonna try to keep on dropping content for you as I play in these tournaments. I'm getting ready to play in some upcoming tournaments in November. Uh, like you said, appreciate all the support. I'm on my road to 1,000 subscribers. Continue to support the channel. I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Like I said, leave your comments. Anything that you think can help me, you know what I'm saying, improve my end game. Or like you said, if I'm higher rated than you know what I'm saying, take a note from this game. Give me your, you know what I'm saying, give me your opinion. Leave it in the comments. And I'm gonna try to reply to you. Like you said, thank you. Have a blessed day. Peace. And I'm out.